Welcome back to Fourth Location. Lauren and I are here to rank the Datamined cards that came out in the most recent Datamine. We're on SnapFan looking through the cards. These might all change. They might not even all come out. First one we have is Strife. What do you think about Strife?
Strife, if assuming that objective tracks retroactively, which is an assumption, but I think based on some of the other cards we're going to be looking at, I think that's probably how it works. This is a very, very easy objective to hit. How often are you not playing 3 on reveals by the end of the game, right? Like there are a handful of decks that do that, but
it's easy, but the effect is powerful. Use the highest cost on reveal in your hand. The effect is powerful too.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the things you want to do with that. I'm thinking Zola. Odin.
Yeah. Zola is always the first thing I want to copy.
4-cost Zola that you could play on turn 6?
Yeah.
Like, we kind of already have that with Astral Projection, but this is targeted. You know what it's going to hit.
Well, how much is it that you play Strife on 6, and how much is it that you have Strife on board and you're careful not to play your third on reveal until turn 6?
You can do it either way. That's the great thing about objective.
Yeah.
Right?
One is like a combo-y thing. One is like a, I don't know, more carefully built plan.
Yeah. But I just I have had a lot of fun with Astral Projection, but I hardly see it out in the wild. But this is like, this leaves a body. This is targeted. There's no randomness involved. You know, Astral Projection, you have to get down to just 1 on reveal in your hand if you want it to be reliable. This, you have to have 1 high cost one. 4/6 Fin Fang Foom.
Assuming this card comes out as it is, keep an eye on the shorts section of fourthlocation.com YouTube channel.
Oh, there
where you'll see plenty of silly things. All right, Wolverine, Horseman of War. It seems hard to get him to 3. I mean, it's not like hard to get him to 3, but it just seems unpleasant and awkward to get him to 3.
Yeah, I don't like it. So if he does his thing, he's a 4/12. He himself, because I'm assuming something else is giving him +3 power. There are easy things to do it, right? Like Agony can do it. Maverick with some help can do it.
Like it's a card that wants you to build around him.
Yeah, and it just
without being good enough to build around. Totally. Like it would be a good incidental effect. Like if it was +2 or whatever, it'd be great.
He needs to be way bigger to justify being a build around. So
all right,
not very high on this one.
Mother Askani. It's sort of like a surge type effect.
Kind of majestic.
I think it's pretty good.
Kind of Moon Girl or Frigga.
So what's the best thing to do with it? So because it also has the copy, that's the part that really intrigues me.
But
the +2 power and -1
before the copy.
Yeah,
you're gonna have
you get
2 4 surfers. Like, come on, there are so many good hits with this.
I mean, it's got to be a Victoria hand thing is the best thing.
Absolutely, right. But there are so many good hits with this card, and it's all in your hand, so it's hidden information. I think she's a limited time game mode card, and a pretty good one.
So is this just straight better than Moon Girl?
I think most of the time, yes.
Because Moon Girl, mostly you're trying to get a couple cards in your leftmost already. This is kind of a slightly more reliable.
It's way better for She-Hulk.
Of that, yeah, it's way better for She-Hulk. Yeah.
I
think it's good. 4/4 doesn't even scare me, even though it probably should. All right, next I want to talk about Techno-organic Virus, which is a card that I've seen some people say they don't think is very good. But I think you're really high on it, and I'm really high on it. I think we're probably the 2 biggest Techno-organic Virus believers there are. What do you want to do with it?
I've lost the text for what the infection is, but I think it's like it's ongoing +1 power for each Techno-organic Virus you've played.
Yeah.
And so, if you're looking at it as like, I'm going all in on Techno-organic Virus, maybe it's not that good, but if you're getting rid of bad abilities, that's cool. Like,
it's way better than a 0
and Virus on the same turn, and you have a 1/8 Ebony Maw. Like that doesn't have the ongoing ability anymore.
A 2/8 Ebony Maw.
Oh, you're right, 2/8. Yes. Yeah. It's hard to play the Organic Virus more than twice. Organically.
Yeah, I think you got to plan on it organically. You got to plan on it. You got to plan on playing it a couple of times. Oh yeah, I guess Strife. You get your Techno-organic Virus up to 6, and then Strife plays it that last time for you.
Yeah, up to 5.
I think
and then
that's clearly the signposted like deck they want us to build. But I just want to play Techno-organic Virus with some Red Skull and some other stuff like that.
Yeah, it totally goes right into Sauron. And I think it's a good card because of that. Like hitting your Typhoid Mary with that, come on.
Yeah, I love this card. I'm very excited to play with this card. Don't sleep on that one. All right, next we've got Askani'son, which I guess is like Nate Gray. Spoiler alert for the upcoming X-Men 97 season, maybe. We don't know.
Is that Cable?
I mean, kind of.
And Strife
Yeah,
is also kind of
like
Cable?
That's the thing. It's hard to say who's who. Whose
Okay.
parents are whose children and whatnot, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Cable / young Cable / somebody else, whatever.
Okay. I don't know. Is it does he grow up to be Cable, or is it two different?
Madeline Pryor's child that was sent to the future to help heal him of the techno-organic virus.
Okay. Yeah.
So nobody knows which future. You know, Rachel Summers came back from the future thinking she was going to save her future, but it's a different past, you know.
I
It's
gotcha. I see.
All
Time
right,
travel
so
stuff.
Askani-san, yeah, that's real X-Men stuff. Askani-san. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Activate. Create a 1-cost card at another location. Increase the cost each time you're winning here as the turn starts. What are we doing with this card?
It's such a rough card. You have to, if you have it out early and you're winning every turn, then it ends up creating what, like a 5-cost card?
Yeah, so if you put it out on turn 2, you get a free 5-cost card randomly. That's worse than
I don't like it.
Ramatut.
it's scarier.
I mean, I don't really, because it's like if there was a cost at which everything was great, every hit was great, maybe it'd be worth something. But it's not like every 5-cost is great or every 4-cost is great. 4 costs are actually generally pretty low power and have like specific effects. 3 would probably be pretty good. I don't know, you're playing it with 1.
But 3 has Beast and Deathlock and Venom. Like, it's got cards that you may not want to generate randomly.
You're playing it for a 1-cost in a zoo deck? Probably not. It's like a slightly worse Squirrel Girl.
It's just such a weird card.
I don't know. I don't really see the vision other than trying to get a 5-cost out of it and then hope for that. I mean, maybe you play it with like Cersei, so you get like a 5 and then or a 4 and then move it up. Yeah, so you're just trying to get the highest possible one for the lowest possible investment.
The clip is to put it with a Jocasta stack, and then on the last turn, you fill your board with 5 costs.
Yeah. And then you play a Cersei in one of those lanes or something. I don't know. Yeah. Or Merlin or Polymorph. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's good.
Okay. Archangel, Horseman of Death.
I don't get this one. It does have like Resurrection is a fine thing to do, but like most decks that are destroying are not sending things to the graveyard, right? Like
I almost think that kind of helps him a little bit because you have to destroy 4 cards. So one of them's your Deadpool, one of them's your X-23, one of them's your Wolverine, and then that 4th one is whatever you're targeting for Resurrection.
Yeah. I just have a hard time seeing that being better than Elixir. And how often do you see Elixir?
Yeah, exactly. Elixir is kind of good and hardly sees play, and this is worse.
This does let you play it early. Like, you could have it just sitting there waiting for the destroy to happen, and maybe there's something with that.
So the only that what that calls out to me is some sort of shenanigans or combo or clip, not some sort of real
like Cassie Nova or something
thing to do. Yeah,
something. Or Rock Slide, something like this is a way to cheat out an extra on reveal,
something like that.
I don't love it. Like, that's a lot to add into a deck that's doing that much destroy.
I'm sure somebody will find something cute with like Cassandra Nova or something, but I don't see it.
You could point to like Killmonger and Morgan Le Fay type deck, but even then, like Morgan Le Fay is the discard version that's the much stronger one.
All right, next is something we already have a variant for in the game, which is Polaris, Horseman of Pestilence. We've got that Pestilence variant for actual Polaris.
Right.
She
does Dragon Lord effect.
Just Dragon Lord effect. So my issue with this is I feel like affliction decks aren't the kinds of decks that want to have something pulled from their hand necessarily.
I disagree.
Like, it's kind of
the
free.
Ajax deck has lots of good hits. Maybe you don't want to pull Hazmat too early, but also Hazmat's the main thing that's going to trigger this.
I mean, I see it more as like some sort of hazmat shenanigans, something than in an Ajax deck.
Hmm.
You already have anti-venom and Malekith to make things free in that
Wouldn't
deck.
you like to play one of them for free? Like,
I honestly don't think so. I don't think
okay.
it's worth it in that deck. I don't really see it.
If it doesn't go in that deck, I think it's going to struggle because
Yeah, I think it's gonna struggle. I think it's
cards like Hazmat and Man Thing are the ones that can quickly put out
somebody
-5
will
power.
come up with some sort of like hazmat Galactus something like that. Some shenanigans or clip is what I see this as. Maybe it'll be in like an Ajax something. I don't really see it.
It can't be Galactus because she pulls it to her current location. But yeah, maybe there will be something.
And then the next one is Storm, which I think is the best of any of the cards we've looked at.
I agree.
Can you talk about how we think that this mechanic works?
Yeah, so this card really
This is the one that's the most
like,
important for it, yeah.
Does objective track while it's in your deck? Does it track while it's in your hand? Really matters because this card's looking for 2 turns in a row with unspent energy. If it's not tracking ahead of time, then she's just a dead draw on turn 5 or 6. Like, so
I think
she is the
because
main
it
thing that
says,
makes me think it's counting retroactively.
yeah, because objective says on board, in play, at the end of the turn, it's waiting till the end of the turn to check. That's what makes it so that it can be all of these track with it inside the deck. So I think it tracks inside the deck, and I think that makes this card really good.
Yep, really easy, and then also the ability is huge, giving every card here and in your hand +2 power. All kinds of cool things you can do with that, including working with actual Storm.
Yeah, real Storm. So is this just going to be a Star-Lord card, though? Or this is coming out April 28th. He'll be nerfed twice by then, right?
At least once. That is obvious synergy, right? When you're skipping energy anyway, but also like there's lots of decks that can easily skip energy on 1 and 2.
Yeah. So those are all the cards for the I don't know what the season is called, the following X-Men type season.
Days of Future Past-ish, but I don't think that's what it's actually called.
Yeah, it's not called something like that. It's like going around in the future and the past. So what are your favorite cards from that season? What sticks out to you? I'm really excited to play with Techno-organic Virus, and I think Storm's the best card there.
I agree that Storm is the best card, and I'm excited to play with Mother Askani.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to play with Mother Askani, and I think Askani'son and Archangel are like annoyingly bad.
Yeah, Strife also looks really fun. There will be things to do with that card.
Strife looks fun. I don't necessarily know that Strife looks good, but I think it looks fun. But maybe that's the same thing. Maybe it's a brand of perspective.
It depends on what kind of player you are.
All right, moving on to another Daredevil season. The season pass card is Wilson Fisk, who is also known as the Kingpin. This is not the same thing as like Wade Wilson became Deadpool, or like Uncle Ben dies and Spider-Man comes in. This is just the same.
He doesn't hide his identity.
It's the same character. It's Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin of crime.
It's him as the mayor. Look at the art.
Honestly, I would have loved that if they just called it Mayor Fisk. Yeah, that's a way better idea.
So he's the super premium, just to be clear.
Oh, is he? I thought he was the season pass.
No, Daredevil's the season pass. Wilson Fisk is it's a fine card, 3/9. There are other cards that can be bigger than that.
This is such a good 2025 Marvel Snap card.
Yes, exactly. It's very Mockingbird, and
which I love.
Good.
She's not good enough anymore. 9 power is just not what it used to be. Right. I don't know. Maybe if there's like a bunch of shifts and changes in the meta this is a long time in the future. Maybe they'll just totally reverse course on their recent balance philosophy and make the game more about card placement than large combos.
I hope that that's part of what like balance fluctuation means, is that the game will feel totally different in a few months.
One way or another.
Yeah.
So what is the season pass? The Shadowlands Daredevil?
Right.
Yeah, so Daredevil became the leader of the hand. So it honestly should be like ninjas or whatever, but ninjas are -2 power.
Right.
Honestly,
I
it's weird.
don't
So
like this at
Daredevil
all.
has a history of the best writers of any comic book character. He's just been blessed with the best creators.
Mm.
Frank Miller, Chip Zdarsky, and Nocenti. And then Andy Diggle wrote 10 issues and a crossover with him called Shadowlands. A bizarre place to draw inspiration from. Let's just say that. Of all the history of Daredevil. I think it's a good card, though.
Really, I do not like the deck thickening at all.
But see, here's the thing. I think 1/6s are just great. You want to draw them. It's like, unlike other deck thickenings, you want to draw these. I mean, and you're obviously playing it in something that has synergy. You're playing it in something like, I don't know, where you've got like a Khazar or a
King
Marvel
Eitri.
Boy or something. Like you're playing it with some kind of synergy. I just think 1/6s, putting down on the last turn 3 1/6s and then a 3-power card is just a really strong turn.
I mean, that's a good argument.
Even in modern Marvel Snap.
Right. If you are going to thicken your deck, it needs to be a card that is better than any card you could put in your deck. And you can't put demons directly into your deck. So
yeah,
maybe I still will be surprised if that's
I mean, if it worked with Victoria
payoff.
Hand, it would obviously be great, but I think it's, I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Right. I don't exactly know what we're building with it, but
whether it's good or not, I think it's a super weird ability for a season pass card.
It's super weird choice for, I mean, so they just made all the different they have their brainstorm board up on the whiteboard in the office. Probably not, because they work remote. But they have all their ideas for Daredevil cards. And they're thinking, what could be the season pass? Well, what's the most famous character up here? Oh, somebody suggests it's Shadowlands Daredevil card. But Shadowlands Daredevil, nobody even knows that storyline. I don't know, unless this is spoilers for the upcoming Daredevil season.
That's the only thing I can think of.
All right, Punisher War Machine.
Seems like he could have been the season pass.
I think Punisher War Machine is easily famous enough to be the season pass. A very famous MCU character and one of the most, for good or bad, beloved Marvel characters, Punisher.
Just looks cool.
This could have been a great season pass. What do you think about the actual card, though?
I think it's good. Like it's Electro or Luna Snow without drawback.
Yeah. How hard do you think it's going to be to win that location?
If only you can see it, easy. If your opponent can also see it, it'll be a little harder.
No, it'll be both. You can see it. It'll be some sort of like matrixy targeting computerized thing that you'll both see. That's my guess.
If both people can see the marking, then
I still think that if you're
harder, but
it's like with before Iron Patriot came out, people were like, "Oh, well, maybe that'll be hard to win that location," and then it turned out if you're built for it, you'll just win it all the time. Yep. You'll have a plan. I don't know exactly what the plan will be.
Like Punisher himself is a 2/2, so he's hard to win the lane on turn 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, on turn 3, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. I think he's an interesting card. All right, Muse. We have Muse.
3/12 if you pull it off.
So it's Deathbird style. They keep trying to make cards for that kind of Killmonger, Squirrel Girl, Death, Mockingbird type deck. Weapon X. But they're just never quite good enough, and I kind of don't think this is good enough either.
It's better than Weapon X.
Yeah, it's a strict upgrade to a previous season pass card. And I guess you play both of them.
Yeah. That's a 3/12 that you could possibly drop on the last turn. Like
I mean, we can get a couple of fun days of playing that deck.
Right. It's just not a very good deck. So good card, not a good deck.
Next up is Ikari, a ninja from the Frank Miller Daredevil run. I think this is a pretty good card.
I do too. 4/12 is big. And
4/12 is big enough, and I think it's easy.
Easier than Ares. Easier than Wolverine Horseman.
Yeah. I mean, talk about a Sanctum Showdown card. I mean, although they've got like a lot of the best things to do with it in that mode are banned, like Rocket and Groot or whatever. But I just think it's easy to find ways to afflict a card. Like I don't think I don't think you need to play this in like a Hazmat Ajax deck.
Oh yeah, not at all. I mean, we've lost Deafening Chord, which is good.
But Deafening Chord would have made this card disgusting.
Would have been nasty. But
it would have been so good.
The very next card we're talking about.
Yeah, we have Lady Bullseye.
Who will afflict -2. She's only a 2 cost.
But so the idea is that you float some energy. So she's kind of like a Cyclops. She's kind of like a Cyclops.
I'm pretty down on the value of floating to hit multiple things with the -2, but like just 2/2 -2 is like that's fine on its own, especially if it's enabling you to do
-2. I don't think 2/2 -2 is that good.
It's not great, but if it's enabling something like Ikari,
I don't know. I think you play it in. I think that this card is supposed to go in like a high evolutionary afflict Cyclops abomination deck.
I guess you do
can
get
play
a better
Ikari
ratio
in
the
that
more
too.
energy you float, right? If you float 1 energy, she's a 3/6. If you float 2, she's a 4/8. You're getting a better and better deal the more.
Yeah, I think that if you play in the high evolutionary deck, sometimes you'll just float 1, sometimes you'll float 2. You're never gonna float 4 or whatever, but you might. You play Magic and Cosmo to get a turn 7 in that deck.
Where is it consistent? Anyway, yeah, she's fine. I am quite a bit lower on her than I've seen other people being.
I think she's okay. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have faith in the deck. I think that is most obvious for her, so that hurts her a little bit. Next up is Karen Page, or as Ree would call her, Janet from HR, from the recent Poison Ivy run. Just an actual secretary. Karen Page has a sad and troubled history in the comics, but most people just know her from the.
I adore her in the MCU. Yeah.
She was treated real rough in the comics multiple times by multiple.
That's sad to hear.
But I mean, it's cool that they're making a Karen Page card. I like this character. I think a lot of people will be like, why are they just doing a secretary? Because for much of her history, she was literally just a secretary and barely a character, or Matt Murdock's girlfriend. But I think she's pretty good.
Really?
I think she's okay. Okay, maybe.
411 is comparable to our other, Kahori, Gwenpool, Galacta, and I don't see them anymore.
Yeah, but nobody's playing on reveals one time anymore.
I see. That's where you're going.
You're repeating it.
Yeah. I can see an argument that in the right deck, she's better than Gwenpool because the cards on the cards she's buffing, you already paid for.
Yeah, there are like different kinds of decks that I've tried to build in the past where it's like, ooh, if I could target on the board a little better, and then Kahori doesn't quite work well enough to do it. I don't know. I think she'll maybe have a use for some sort of
reliable
board buffing something. Get Maverick on board or Sebastian Shaw or something. I don't know. You play Squirrel Girl, Mr. Sinister, and Brood, and then you buff a couple of those, and then you play like I don't know, Mockingbird. What was the card we learned last season? That's how many no ability cards you have. You'll afflict something.
One of the Celine. It's not Celine.
Yeah, I think
it is Celine. It is Celine. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You only need 1/1, 1/2, and 1/3 to make Karen.
Yeah, so I think she's actually designed to be not what I'm saying. She's designed to be. They keep designing these cards that are trying to encourage you to play on curve, play a 1, play a 2, play a 3, play a 4, play a 5, play a 6. But then they're balancing in a way that makes that strategy just awful.
Yep.
I would love it if there were decks that could win by doing that. Just play a normal fairish card of the cost each turn. I would love that version of Marvel Snap, but we don't have that version of Snap at all.
Yeah, she goes in that deck, and yeah, that's just we're not in that meta right now. So she's going to flop. But I'm taking it as hope that the meta is shifting back towards that mid-range good cards.
Yeah, it was all a carefully laid plan. They just wanted to give us a little Star-Lord treat in the middle.
Yeah, show loud. They're giving us a couple months of chaos.
Yeah. All right, and I think this is our last one, right? Is Stick. Daredevil's Mentor. Limited time game mode card. Give the next card you play power equal to this card's power. I think it's a good card.
Yeah, me too.
You don't even have to buff it. I think honestly, just at 4/3, give 3 to the next card. There's just so many synergy hooks with that. We learned from Maverick. We learned from people underrating Maverick how good just giving some power
Yeah,
to another
speaking
card.
of, you either have Maverick give power to this, or this
Yeah,
give power to
exactly.
Maverick.
Right. Yeah, honestly, this card
or
is
Captain
worse if
Carter.
Maverick doesn't exist,
Yeah. And
but
now
Maverick
there's
does
two of
exist.
them.
Yeah, now there's which honestly, I think that's I've seen people talk about like why is Maverick good? I think Maverick is good because he acts as a proxy for what you're trying to do. He like soaks up buffs that would otherwise have been wasted. America
Yep.
Chavez used to be a terrible card because it would just unreliably hit something. But now it's like you're doubling the good hits for your America Chavez if you just have a Maverick and one other good target in your deck. And Stick kind of does the same thing. So you don't even have to have any like specific targets for this other than Maverick, Stick, and then whatever brood you're playing to buff up.
Right. Even if Stick is the worst one, he still represents another one.
Yeah, exactly.
That strengthens
just being
the
another
deck,
one.
having more and more cards that, like, I don't care where the power goes because they could just pass it on to the next card.
Exactly. It just makes it so super reliable and, makes sure your power isn't getting wasted in a way that, like, Gwenpool kind of does without these kinds of cards. All right, so that's Daredevil season. Anything stick out to you? They kind of seem a little underpowered compared to the previous season we saw.
Mm-hmm.
None of them really seem great. Stick maybe is the best one, and I don't think he's that great.
All of them are kind of like, I don't want to say simple because like Punisher and Daredevil both have pretty complex text boxes, but they're like, they're not tricky.
Fair.
Yeah, there you go. They're all fair. They're all like really.
Yeah, Wilson Fisk as a 3/9 is just very fair.
Right.
You can't increase that discount or something somehow. I mean, yeah, Punisher War Machine, I think his objective will be relatively easy to pull off. But I don't know how powerful it is even when you do compared to some of the crazy high powered cards we have. I don't know. This season seems a little low in the balance, which we've had in the past.
Well, and if the game balance doesn't come around, then maybe it's a season for saving.
All right, be sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to enough subscribers here on our channel. Lauren's going to read out our list of champions for us.
That I closed, even though I had it open earlier.
Because she had it open, so she can reopen.
The champions of 4th location. We appreciate all of our supporters, but these supporters support us at a high enough tier for this perk. Blue Sky Snapper, Chase Pitzer, Copy Dog, Iron Cloak, Pulse Glazer, Ryan Wood, and Sir Chad of David. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Bye.